are taking a moment to pause and remember the victims of one of history's most catastrophic war events. On this day 78 years ago, a U.S. warplane dropped an atomic bomb on the city of Hiroshima. People gathered at the city's Peace Memorial Park to honor the victims in the early morning hours. This woman was 2 when the bomb was dropped.
I've been coming here for decades to pay my respect to my relatives who have died. I'm already old, and I wonder how many more times I will be able to come.
I come here every year with my family to tell my children this anniversary is very meaningful.
I wish for a peaceful world.
Hiroshima fell silent at 8:15 a.m. on Sunday morning, the same minute the bomb exploded on August 6, 1945. The heat rays, radiation and blast wave from the bombing devastated the city, killing about 140,000 people by the end of that year. Many who survived suffer from cancer and other diseases related to their exposure to radiation. About 50,000 people attended this year's memorial ceremony, including representatives from more than 100 countries. Hiroshima Mayor Matsui Kazumi noted that G7 leaders reaffirmed their commitment to achieving a world without nuclear weapons when they gathered in his city in May. But he pointed out the leaders also said that their security policies are based on the understanding that for as long as they exist, nuclear weapons should serve defensive purposes.
Leaders around the world must confront the reality that nuclear threats now being voiced by certain policymakers reveal the folly of nuclear deterrence theory. They must immediately take concrete steps to lead us from the dangerous present toward our ideal world.
Prime Minister Kishida Fumio said Japan is committed to pursuing a world without nuclear weapons, despite the challenges posed by the security environment.
Today, the path towards our goal has become even harder, as the international community has become even more divided over how to advance nuclear disarmament, and Russia threatens to use nuclear weapons. But it is all the more important in the current situation for us to rebuild international momentum towards a world without nuclear weapons.
After the ceremony, the park was crowded with visitors. Many formed a long queue to see an exhibit of G7 summit memorabilia. The display includes a guest book in which G7 leaders wrote their messages of peace.
I realized that people around the world are thinking the same way.
I hope people who saw this exhibit will tell their friends about Hiroshima's tragedy, even a word or two. It would be wonderful if the message is passed on and on.
Hiroshima will reflect on the catastrophe throughout the day, sending the message that atomic weapons should never be used again.